sore at the time, and once I was getting jammed around, it was just hurting my chest at the time, so I really didn't want to continue to play on it, and infect myself more for the next week, so I just wanted to keep myself together and just, like I said, trust all the other guys out there because I know I ain't the only guy that can go out there and score a touchdown.
Tyler, you mentioned putting pressure on yourself, but do you feel like for you guys to beat a top 10 team, you're going to have a big game Saturday?
For sure, like I said, I believe this could be the game where we can break out, because practice is looking real good. Like I said, a lot of guys are starting to get in tune. The receivers, Dantes is locked in. But in Charlie and Jay, we both is making great plays out there. I trust them now more than anything because of how big the game is and how Coach Cheney and Coach Sherm has been on them. Every time a ball's in the air and they don't get it, they're on their heels, ever since week one. Now it's like they finally understand and now they're going up and making those plays, like it's starting to relieve stress out of me. Like I'm feeling more ease about myself in terms of going out for this week.
Do you expect to be matched up against number 6 on Notre Dame a lot this weekend, or what do they do sort of in coverage? What is sort of you expecting on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to going against him because he played the field corner, and I usually go out to the field, but I don't think that they follow with a certain player to a player, so if I'm in the slot, he might not be linked up on me. So, but every time I get a chance to go up against him, I want to make sure the ball is coming my way. I want to let the world know that I'm still a great receiver, and the stats really ain't where they're supposed to be, but I'm still a player that I have been, since the first couple of years.
I feel like you guys can bounce back from, a big game that you just had Thursday night against an ACC foe that everybody was really hyped for, and now you take it into another big game against the top 5 team.
I just believe our team won't fold under pressure 2 times in a row. I believe that us, especially playing Notre Dame, when you see Notre Dame on your schedule, that's the only team you really want to beat for sure. Even if you beat 1-11, not saying we want to beat that, but that's just the team that always is just that proud about.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody around Pitt that always want to beat Notre Dame, and probably same up there, so that's our like arch nemesis, But we just gonna go out there and dominate and play our game, and hopefully come out with a win against a top 5 team.
I'm sorry. How hard did they recruit you?
They at a point they were recruiting me really hard. I stayed in contact with them a lot, but they were really pushing because a lot of receivers were trying to commit and come to them, but I wasn't trying to commit till later after the season. So I guess once they got their receivers and I still tried to hold contact, then they had already gave their scholarships out, so I was, that's when I just stopped talking to them. But it wasn't that they didn't still want me or anything. It's just they had enough receivers already committed.
Right. Is Coach Narduzzi mentioned on the call this morning, Will Fuller? I mean, is he a guy that you sort of watch as a fellow receiver and pay attention to and take things from him at all?
For sure. One thing he do best, he takes the top off the coverage. He got blazing speed. He really ain't he ain't like a great route runner or nothing that our team haven't seen from me, but it's just that speed where I feel like he got that our defense really haven't seen yet this far. Like I said, he burnt a top corner against USC. I watched that game. Adoree Jackson, he's a tough guy, so our team really gonna have to bring their A game against him.
Tyler, I'm sure you probably saw the Miami Duke play, with all the laterals.
Yeah.
Being a kick return guy, do you guys practice stuff like that at all ever, or would that just be something that, if that ever happened, it'd just be whatever play you can make?
Yeah, that's probably a play that it's just like a backyard football play. That's like an automatic play. Guys are already taught and learned coming up, even in high school before college. That's just a game we play outside. Where you just keep laddering back to a player trying to score. So, but we really don't practice that on a regular basis. But if it came down to in the game, coach would probably draw something up real quick for us, and we'll probably go out there and try to execute it.
You didn't return punts last week. Is that something that you wish you did more of? Or are you okay with that? Or
right now at this point, like I said, I'm trying to get more guys involved. I want to ease up a lot of pressure off me and build more confidence in other guys that make plays. It's not that I'm afraid to do punts or I'm taking too many hits or none of that. I just want to get more guys involved because AM returned the kick return for the Youngstown game, the first game. So I mean, I felt they could have still kept him there until otherwise they still could have been switching me and him. But we just need more guys to be in tune in the game. We need to rely on a lot more guys than just me, you know.
All right.
Thanks, Tyler.